Okay, thank you very much for being here tonight. My name is Albert, and I'll be taking us through the introduction to data analysis. And I won't waste much of our time as well, to be short and precise. So let's go. Okay, so the major question is, what is data analytics? Yeah, what is data analytics? So I'll just give us a brief definition. So basically, data analytics is the process of examining data sets to draw conclusions and insights that can inform decision making. So we're basically saying it involves the process of examining data sets. It could be historical data, it could be annual data, it could be monthly data, could even be an annual data that the organization might want to know, okay, what was the sales of this particular product or this set of products in the last 12 months. So data analytics helps us to examine these data sets to draw conclusions so that the stakeholders of the organization can be informed of what these data are saying, because the truth is every data, they pass to us an information, and this information is what the data analysts we bring out in form of data visualizations to draw graphs and a lot of other things so that the stakeholders can make decisions as regards the business. And it basically involves various techniques and tools to extract, to clean, transform, model the data with the use of statistical and computational methods. So basically, this is what data analytics is all about. And we have the key components of data analytics. And yes, the descriptive analytics, which is all about summarizing historical data to understand what has happened. It simply says we are describing. That's from the word descriptive. And the diagnostics analytics, which helps us to explore data to find causal events of what has happened in the past. The predictive analytics, using historical data to predict future occurrences. That's when they ask us to forecast what might happen in the next 10 years, the next 15 years, using predictive analysis. And prescriptive analytics, which is all about recommending actions based on data analysis. Moving on to what is the day-to-day activities of a data analyst in an organization. So it comes from data collection to data cleaning to data exploration to statistical analysis and reporting. So by data collection, I simply means to gather this data from various sources, such as databases, APIs, and spreadsheets like our Excel, and data cleaning to prepare the data for analysis by either removing duplicates, correcting errors, and handling the missing values in the data. And data exploration, that is where we come to analyze data sets to understand their structure, their patterns, relationships through visualizations and summary statistics. And statistical analysis, we apply statistical methods to identify trends, correlations, and insights that are relevant to the business. And of course, reporting. This is where we create reports or dashboards to represent findings clearly and concisely. And yes, we often use tools like Excel, Tableau, or Power BI for this. And then, of course, there are a few other parts like collaboration, like meetings, like documentation, continuous learning, and of course, feedback incorporation as well in whatever we do. That is between the data analyst and in-store manager in terms of feedbacks and cooperation. Moving on, we have a few potential jobs of that are in line with being a data analyst. You can either be a data analyst, you can be a business intelligence analyst, that's a BI. You can be a financial analyst, you can be a customer insight analyst, you can be a market research analyst, you can even be an operations analyst. So it's not just data analyst alone. You can, for example, say job, they say, okay, business intelligence analyst. Most of the tools you use as a data analyst are the same tools you use for these categories of job roles. However, we have data engineers, we have quantitative analysts, we have data scientists, data engineers as well. Those are like at a step further. But when it comes to data analyst jobs, you can work as a BI analyst because it's all about visualizations, cleaning these data, and then representing these data with the aid of visualizations. So moving on, we have the soft skills that is expected of a data analyst to acquire. You should be able to identify trends and patterns. You should be good, or you should be versed in data management. You should be versed with data quality assurance, validation, the linkage, and you should be good with numerical analysis. You should be versed in statistical methods and data analysis. You should be versed in communication. You should be a top-notch person in data modeling, the cleansing and the enrichment of the data as well. And your logical thinking and how creative you are, you need to bring it into play in terms of how you visualize your data, because all of these things actually helps in how we do the work of a data analyst. Moving on, the tools to learn. We start a pack, Microsoft Excel, Tableau, Power BI, and SQL. Yes, because for a starter pack, you need to start with these softwares. However, when it comes to Tableau, you should be versed in statistical analysis. You should be very good with statistics and a few others, more like let's say economics for a bit, because you need to do more of calculation statistics. And for Power BI, you need to be very versed in DAX, how to write DAX. So for the starter pack, you need to be versed in all of these softwares. And the others, you have the Python or the R, the Azure, the SPSS, and data modeling. So, but for the starter pack, yes, we need to be versed in all of this because it helps us to further graduate into the Python and other parts of data analytics. And then we have the different levels of salaries and their ranges. Yeah, the entry level from 25 to 35K, mid-level, as you can see on this screen, and as we further progress to being a senior analyst, and if such person wants to become a data scientist, why not? And yes, on Glassdoor, this is the average on Glassdoor, but yeah, this is the average on Glassdoor according to the recent information on Glassdoor. And we have the various industries where we can work. The data analyst is not subjected to working in, let's say a financial organization, can work in a finance organization, in the healthcare, commerce, marketing, name it. Because all of these organizations, they make use of data. They make use of data. They get data every day, every day, in as much as they work on a daily basis. So they produce data. For example, let's say Instagram, for example. Once you log in, once you log out, the amount of times you come on, let's say when you upload something, it shows you the insight of the post. So you can imagine when 2 million people use this Instagram for, let's say, to upload a certain post. And for example, let's say Steve Ronaldo uploads something and he has about 20 million likes or 30,000 comments. You know, they make use of all this data, all of the information on the websites that everybody goes to do one thing or the other. We give all these organizations data, and they make they make use of these data to, you know, to further forecast what they feel the business will look like in the nearest future or nearest years to come. And then how to get started, enroll in the course, in all classes. You should be committed to your team duties, should network, stay up to date, and you have to practice regularly, because being a data analyst is not just by saying, yes, I'm a data analyst. You need to have a portfolio. You need to stay up to date. You need to practice, because it's a practice by doing. It's a knowing by practicing something. You don't just say, okay, yeah, I know how to use it. Let's say in the next 1 to 3 months, if you get invited for an interview and they say, okay, how can you build a dashboard for us using Excel? You know, how can you build a dashboard for us using Tableau? How can you build a dashboard using Power BI? Just walk us through this thing in the next 2-3 minutes, you know, so that we don't forget the keywords you're supposed to use. You know, it's not just about saying, okay, yes, I picked the data. Where did you pick the data from? I model the data. How do you model the data? I begin to use a cluster bar chart. How did you come about that? So we need to practice regularly so that we can stay informed. And of course, start with BlueSky today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Albert. Just a moment.
Okay.